Have you ever made any mistakes?
Not ever.
What about any mistakes while RVing?
No way.
Okay, well we have. Wait! The stairs! You're dragging the stairs!
So we're gonna share a few simple things to easily avoid RV mistakes.
You've had some not so perfect days RVing, right?
Yeah.
And so have we.
Yeah.
And it's all about making those crazy hard days beautiful.
Right.
That's what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, man, you can make everyday life beautiful, even when it ain't.
So you're gonna wanna stick around because we're gonna talk to you guys about some things you can do that'll make your RVing experience even better.
Yes, and I bet one that you've never heard before.
By the way, thank you guys so much for subscribing and liking and commenting.
Yep.
You guys are so awesome.
We have some amazing peeps in this community, man, for real. Like, they're here. So while we're not RV newbies, we are definitely fifth wheel newbies, right?
Yeah, it is a whole new world. We're learning how to do this all over again because a fifth wheel and a vehicle that's towing it brings all kinds of new things that we have to learn.
So the first suggestion that we would offer is just get to know your own rig, man.
Yes, you can bust out the manual,
Yep.
as intimidating as it might be.
Yep.
There's some great nuggets in there that will help you learn your RV.
Yeah, and after you do that, maybe even take it out for a day or two, sort of get to know the ins and outs of working your RV actually in the real world experience.
Right, because you can practice pulling in and pulling out, unhitching, hitching it back up, just doing a walk around, kind of examining everything about your own rig.
Yes.
There's also some amazing forums online that you can go to your manufacturer and check out what people are saying, get some tips and tricks and hacks that people have already learned.
You could even research other YouTube channels and check out what they're suggesting for maybe your specific rig.
Doing stuff like this is gonna help you avoid maybe being in an RV park far away from any place or out in the middle of nowhere and trying to learn, oh my gosh, where is the water connection? So what were you trying to do here, love?
I'm trying to flush out the freshwater tank.
So we're trying to flush out the freshwater tank because you know how they winterize it and like put this fluid in there.
It tastes like red dye.
And so like we've been brushing our teeth and we're like, oh, that just needs to rinse through. So we're like, let's rinse the freshwater tank out.
So
we've been sitting here for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, filling it up. Except,
well, it wasn't showing that the tank was filling and
in fact, our meter has never read filled out. I'm like, guys, I don't even understand because it's full. It should be working. It's because I connected it to the city. City water. Watch this. The freshwater fill up. Let's go for a little walk, shall we? Right here, right where it says drain tank before using. Fresh water connection. Man, do I feel silly.
it's just a fifth wheel newbie error.
Oh man.
We're gonna have plenty of those, I'm sure.
Yes.
We should just start documenting this for our fifth wheel newbie fails. Fifth wheel newbie fails.
Newbie fails.
When you get a new rig, you're gonna have all kinds of things like this happen. Go easy on yourselves because the bottom line is it happens.
Yeah, and go easy on us in the comments below because I bet you have probably made some mistakes too. So here's another thing that you can do to avoid a real big mistake. It is know the height of your rig.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Oh, we're measuring the height so we don't take the air conditioning unit off the top.
Okay.
Let's see how much I grew this year. So this is 12 foot to the top of this ridge right here.
12 foot to right there.
Yep.
The top, and then
to the top of the unit is another 1.2 inches is like the absolute. But so 13.3. If it's 13.3, we'll drive real slow underneath it.
Aren't they 16 foot?
not all of them.
No, not out east.
No.
Nope. Not even close.
We
went underneath one 13.3 in Wyoming.
We sure did.
Wow.
Yep, because we were 12.6 with the Class A. This is 13.3.
We need to write that down on the front windshield.
Yes, we do.
So a really great extra tip is just write down that height of your rig on a little sticky note or a piece of paper and put it right in your dash or right on your window.
Yep.
All right, so we have get to know your rig, know the height of your rig, and here's another one that some people maybe don't want to consider or don't think about, because if there's space, just put it in.
Yep.
If it fits, take it. Weigh your rig.
Hugely important.
What in the world are we doing, Jason?
We're gonna weigh our big fat rig behind us, and
we just like to know that we're doing the stuff we need to do to make sure we get on the road with some safety.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, exactly right. I think you should do it. If you own an RV, you should weigh it.
It's important to know, especially if you're out there full time. I think you definitely want to do it because that's your house, it's your kids, your fam, your dogs, your cats, your pets, your birds, whatever.
Even especially for a weekend warrior, right? Like you just think, oh dude, it'll fit in the cabinet, it'll fit in the drawer, let's throw it in there.
Yeah.
And suddenly you're like 1,000 pounds overweight. Like that just adds up so fast, and it's a safety issue. So we're gonna be safe. I'm safe.
I'm T.
Together we make safety.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous.
I think we're like 500 pounds overweight.
If
we were 400 pounds overweight in George the first time, and I thought it was 4. I don't know. Either way.
Let's review the footage. The truth is we are 400 pounds overweight. 400 pounds. 400 pounds. 400 pounds. 400 pounds overweight.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna unhook the trailer. We're gonna weigh just our truck, and then we're gonna pull forward and weigh just the trailer so that we know where we're at.
Okay, so she thinks we're 500 pounds over. I'd like to say that we're like right at maximum capacity. I think we're like within 150 pounds.
Really?
That's what I honestly think.
Okay.
That's what I honestly think.
Let's see. Secretly, I'm actually hoping that we're like underweight because I want to switch out our plastic dishes for real dishes and just like a few things, you know. Okay, so what do you guys think?
What do you think?
Are we Big Booty Judy or are we under?
We are under! Yes!
That makes me so proud of us.
So, and actually, look at the real reason she's happy is because she wants real dishes, right? No more plastic. So it was really great to be able to unhitch the rig completely from the truck and get a true value of the weight of what just the rig was. But the one thing we're trying to figure out and learn is how much pin weight is sitting in the truck bed, right? Right at the front of the fifth wheel head.
Right, because now we have the truck weight, we have the fifth wheel weight, but we're trying to figure out what the pin weight is.
Yeah, so if you know how to figure that out or you know exactly what that equals, let us know in the comments below because we want to make sure that we understand how to figure that out for ourselves.
Right.
Okay guys, you've probably heard this one a million times, but we're gonna say it anyways because it's valuable. Make a checklist. Right?
I'm pretty sure we've said that in a lot of videos.
And there's a fun way to do a checklist, right? Like I typically do a lot of the outside stuff. Dellynn does a lot of the inside stuff. If you have kids, maybe divide up stuff that they can do for bathroom and kitchen, right? So there's a way to make the checklist so it's not daunting.
And we don't just mean like the stuff for just the outside of the rig checklist, but your decorations that you have. Oh, one thing we've learned in this new rig, if we don't open our bathroom door before we pull that slide in, it will completely crush it.
It could absolutely just crush the door.
Crush the door, crush the slide. It's another weird design thing that we've discovered. But anyways, that has to go on a checklist. That is a must. Like, open that bathroom door. You know, take your plants down.
Pull in awnings. You know, different things like that in and outside of the rig.
Or even something as simple as
pulling in the staircase.
We might have forgot to do that.
Oh my gosh.
Wait! The stairs! You're dragging the stairs! Fifth wheel newbie fail number 2.
This is why we create a checklist, people. Oh my gosh. We could have just straight drove off.
You know,
you're like, what's that noise, lover? I don't know.
Let me tell you that if we had a camera on all the time, this is what you would see like every day.
Absolute shenanigans.
This is why it's called our Not So Perfect Life, guys.
So the reason a checklist is valuable is because even if you're like an RV veteran, changing RVs will change your pattern.
Yeah, because you get into these habits from what you know, and then all of a sudden everything changes. Even with something as simple as the stairs. Well, we never had to think about that with George because those were automatic. So having these stairs that flip down, that was only the second time we moved our rig. So we weren't thinking about the stairs.
I just felt so stupid, but it really just solidified the fact that a checklist really is that important, right?
So before we get on the road, we're making a checklist. And we would suggest you do the same.
This is the one that you've been waiting for. I'm actually pumped on this one because I've not seen it on almost any RV channel but one time.
Right. We watch a lot of RVers. And, you know, because we're trying to learn ourselves too, right? But something that some close friends of ours have brought to our attention is...
get a personal checklist.
So what does that mean? What are we talking about?
Well,
what's a personal checklist look like?
Make sure you are not driving on an empty stomach.
Hello, hangry. Hangry plus driving
equals bad.
Bad recipe. That's a bad recipe. So, make sure you've got a good meal.
Make sure you're hydrated, right? Make sure you've got water in your driving area so that if you are thirsty, you can easily assess it, right? Make sure you've gone to the bathroom. You don't want to be
driving like this. Oh, I'm shaking the whole camera. You don't want to be driving like...
Exactly, right?
I gotta pull over! I mean, it's gonna happen, but if you can try to prevent it, all the better.
Right.
Another part of a personal check would be just know your own limitations, right? Your own limitations might be, hey, I don't want to drive longer than 4 hours a day. Or let's not drive at night. So whatever it is that works for you and what's in your comfort zone, that's the limitations that you should probably set for yourself when driving, because it's just going to make your journey all the better.
Oh yeah. And I think lastly, a part of the personal checklist is make sure you're in a good mood. If you haven't had a good start to your day and you're going to start driving your rig around, man, having a clear head and being in a decent mood really does make all the difference.
Yeah, and even if that means you're delayed by 30 minutes because you go take a walk first, or you go listen to some music first, or just go clear your head and get into a bit of a better space, it's worth waiting that extra 30 minutes.
Oh, it absolutely is, because imagine if you didn't take that 30 minutes and that 30 minutes cost you $30,000.
Right.
You would probably think that that 30 minutes would be well worth it. So guys, really, we implore you, just make sure you're in a good headspace before you get behind the wheel of any vehicle.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, guys. What a few weeks we have had.
Yes.
Yowza.
Actually, it's been kind of more like a few months.
Oh.
So here's some of the down low, guys.
Yeah.
Our plans were to leave. Hey,
Hey.
you never know what might happen. Welcome, son. Welcome.
Come on in.
I know. I'm almost done.
Okay. Call me when you're done.
Okay. So, where were we?
I don't have a clue.
We got kids. We got kids, and we love them. And you know what? That's just how it goes sometimes.
That's
when we're recording.
lifing. That's lifing.
Yeah.
That's being a lifer.
So
It's a not so perfect lifer.
we actually had plans to leave Arizona.
Yeah.
In
Mid-March.
February.
At the latest.
Or.
Sorry, I'm talking right over top of her. Every time she starts talking, I start talking.
God, I was on a roll and now I'm not. Okay, so funny enough, we were actually our plans were to leave Arizona after the holidays and spending a bit of time with friends and family.
Right.
We were gonna bounce out of here.
Worst case scenario, middle of March.
Right, but we've been delayed. We got a new rig. I had surgery and things are looking up. I can smell, I can taste.
She can actually stop and smell the roses.
It's a whole new world. But anyways, now we are finally
Thank the Lord.
getting ready after wrapping up lots of loose ends.
Yes.
Doing our own set of things to make sure we know what we're doing with this rig before we get out on the road.
Yes. So don't be a naysayer. We're doing our homework.
Anyways, we'll see you next week, guys.
Yeah.
Make it a good one.
Peace.
Why?
It's just not, we're not, you know, like, look.
We're not unusual. This
No,
happens.
we're definitely not unusual. We're just
noobs.
learning in front of the entire world, that's all.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't drag their stairs, you know? If you've ever dragged your stairs, I'd love to know, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that has dragged their staircase.
Well, to your defense, George was automatic.
And I am a creature of habit. I am 100% a creature of habit.
Yeah, you didn't. It wasn't even in our checklist before because we didn't have to because George
Well, let's
had
just be
smart
fully
stairs.
honest with our people and let them know that we've actually never created the checklist.
Not for this,
No.
not yet, because we barely have moved it twice.
I know. And it shows.